Morning, people. I'm looking at the face of a man I know. I remember joking with this guy. I remember trying to sell him a car. And I remember him telling me that this other guy was famous that he was with. I remember this guy had character. I'm looking right in his eyes right now. When you have like moments with somebody where you connect and bullshitting, joking, and you remember their face, you remember their soul. That's him. I kind of had a feeling it was him, but it took them showing his older pictures before I recognized him. After Wisconsin. So, when I was selling cars at Z Imports in New Orleans, um, basically this Iranian guy who he was Persian ethnic Iranian, lived in Iraq, served in the Iraqi army as a tank commander, um, and then came here in the 80s and opened up this business in New Orleans. And I'd probably go over the inventory we had at the time. This was in probably 2010 to 2012 that I worked there. Off and on. Well, on. I tried to go work somewhere else to make more money and couldn't hack it because I was not a real car salesman, come to find out. Didn't have what it takes to work at dealing Doug's. Oh man, those are some fucking con artists there. I wasn't that kind of salesman. What I was an easy guy to use for a good time. And, with a car. I mean, well, as far as in the automotive field, yeah, to drive around with, yeah, in a nice car. Let's see, we had like '07 to '09ish cars, in 2010. It was about the range of cars that we'd keep there. Mercedes, like a two C230 Sports, E350, CLS 500, S550, BMW 7 Series, 745 Li, 740L, the one that was in the story. Actually, an older model. It was a 2000 model, all black. Love that fucking car. One of the first cars that had CD navigation in it with this little green and white screen there. Like this, like an 8-color RGB screen. Um, had a couple of Corvettes, 350Z, Mini Cooper S, Lincoln Navigator, BMW, what was that SUV? 350i, something like that. The soccer mom car. Yeah, it was nice. That SL 350, Mercedes, GL 350, ML 350, ML 500, GLX 500 that I don't think we wound up buying. I think we got to play with it. Um, but anyway, a lot of really nice late model import type cars, and across Airline Highway in New Orleans from this place, and just a couple blocks down was the place where the New Orleans Saints practiced, and also Tiger Stadium, same big plot of land, kind of one facility on one side of it, the Tiger Stadium on the other. And my test drive course for people who wanted to, take a little spin was up Airline, around back behind this place, maybe through their parking lot, and then right back to the shop. So one day, these three big black dudes. It's the only way you can really describe these guys. Big black dudes came in, just cutting up, smelling like some good. And Will was up at the counter. I didn't know who any of these people were. Any of these people were. Joe would look familiar just from being at Mardi Gras, I think. I don't know. Like I had seen him somewhere before. And I had said as much when I talked to him, man. Like, and he kind of thought I was familiar looking too. Probably just from fucking Mardi Gras or something. Like in New Orleans, you see people all the time. Like, yeah, I don't know because I drink too much. But how are you doing, man? Like, I don't know either because I drink too much too. But how are you doing? You don't say that, but that's what you're both thinking. And so anyways, there was this other really big guy who was more quiet but still laughing at stuff, you know. And we took a spin in the 2000 model. Of all the cars we could take a spin in, we took a spin in the 2000 model. I'm pretty sure we took the CLS out first, but then we went in the 2000 BMW 740 Li, which is just like regular BMW 7 Series, only it's got a little about 8 inches extra length in the back, so it's kind of like limousine-ish. And had a nice, powerful V8, and had some extremely bald tires on it. So I went up on Airline Highway. Now there is no neutral ground, no median, no space out for the left turning lanes. If you want to turn left on Airline Highway on this 45 mile an hour 3-lane highway, you have to slow down traffic and wait until you can get across, just like you would on your street where you live. Like, only it's fucking Airline Highway. One of the biggest streets in the New Orleans area. And this section of it, no median, no neutral ground, no turning lanes, no left turn lanes. Okay. And there was about maybe 4 normal size blocks between where I usually, turn around at if I don't go into the stadium parking lot. And so we took off in the left lane, gassing up. It had, a V8 in it. Um, about 405 horsepower or 395 horsepower, but 415 pounds foot of torque. And not like the new 7 Series. These were a bit lighter back then. Still nice and luxurious, but more like the size of my CB7 than a modern 7 Series. Uh, um, and okay, so the little Nutriground. Just let me see if I can make a model on my chest here. All right, and a pack of cigarettes. So just coming up there, right, just like this. Hit the front brakes, kind of nose right into there. Hit the e-brake, let the back kick around. Hit the gas, and over and over again, about maybe 5 times. Just having a blast doing some drifting on Airline Highway with 3 humongous black dudes that allegedly, according to them, were football players. And I remember thinking, um, I think I asked, like, so you used to play around here too? And he's like, in high school. And then I think it was the big dude, the first thing he actually said was he played pro, just not around here. And they didn't buy anything. But I remember like the guy went to talk to the counter to talk to Joey, the guy who knew Joey, and didn't was kind of like, he was cool, but he was like acting like he didn't have time for me, like it was something they had joked about before they got there, kind of. But he was cool, and the dude I remember the best was the one I was really, you know, trying to sell a car with, but I had a feeling they weren't going to buy it. I had a feeling they were just fucking, football players or whatever. I didn't fucking really watch football at the time. Not much. Um, After the Saints won the Super Bowl, it was like, I'm just going to exit on a high, like people should do with their careers. Um, yeah, the Saints winning the Super Bowl after Katrina was enough for me. And I didn't want it to be like another thing like it used to be with basketball after the Bulls and shit. So I was already starting to lose interest in football, anyways. It was never really my thing. But Katrina, the Saints, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. So I just remember being in like kind of joking negotiations. Like, come on, man. Like, I didn't cut them corners well enough for you. You still ain't convinced of the quality of the craftsmanship of our products around here. Like just being cheesy, just bullshitting. And that's it. And one of those guys got shot a while back, and it dawned on me they weren't fucking around. That guy's name really was Will Smith. I remember making a joke about the other guy, the guy that's still alive, that he kind of looked like Kimbo. Look at the motherfucker, he does. That turned out to be the friend of Will's that shot him. And now, small world, man. Joe McKnight. That was the nice guy. That's the guy who I remember. Not just that he was cool, not just that I didn't believe them when they told me his name was Will Smith, which was the thing that stood out that made me realize, oh fuck, that was that guy that day. I think I've told this story before, and I remember when I told the story, there was another guy that I couldn't remember. That was like the nicer guy that I was actually talking to. That's Joe McKnight, who was murdered by a guy who had a road rage incident at the same exact intersection 10 years earlier. Oh, I got excited and thought I saw a cigarette that I could smoke. Oh, there we go. Because I'm sitting there I'm getting anxious trying to think about how I'm going to pack these fucking cigarettes while I'm holding this phone. So, yeah, man. As if I don't got enough weird shit making me think, convincing me conclusively, hey, dumbass, you may not remember this, because you don't want to remember this, but like it or not, you're Jesus. Really? Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. It's a little story of my life. So yeah. Hey, Joe. I remember saying, okay, I'll remember his name and I'll remember his name. Because, hey, Joe, I used to play the guitar. And like, Joe, like, man, you look like a guitar player. I'm like, what? I didn't have my long hair or my goatee at the time. I'm like, how do you tell, man? I forgot what the fucking answer was. So I remember joking, like, telling him about how I used to look. How I look now was how I looked before that. I'm just trying to remember everything I can because, I mean, damn. Two of these guys are dead now. And one of them's the one that shot one of them. That's the Kimbo looking guy. Shot Will. And then this Trump supporter guy. Menace to society, it seems, from, the level of road rage that he exhibited. And from his punching somebody at a gas station. The same exact intersection that he shot this dude. That's when God's trying to tell law enforcement, this guy's got a consistent problem. Guy will probably road raging on people on a daily fucking basis, man. Lord knows what he got away with so far. And because he knows he's trying to tell people, But this nice fucking guy, man, this cool guy, was a cool. Will was a cool guy, and the dude that shot Will was like just. Yeah, I mean, all men got their scary side, but this guy seemed like like a fat happy kind of guy, fat and happy kind of guy. You got your fat and bitter people. This guy was fat and happy. Can't believe they got in it like that. And I can't believe Joe fucking McKnight of all people, man. That was him. And like I've heard stories about, like his involvement in the community and shit. But these guys weren't sitting there trying to like talk each other up to somebody who didn't follow all that. They were more amused that I was not a fan. You know, it's like when weird shit just keeps happening to me like this. Fuck am I supposed to think? How am I supposed to let it go that it's my responsibility to fix the world full of people I see that doesn't have a clue about the very truth that they should be depending on to survive? And nobody listen to Joan Osborne anymore. Consider this. Every question you've ever had that you couldn't answer about God. If God was a human, would you have your answer? Would it make sense? Just picture how reality would have to unfold if man was truly created in his image, as it says. Reverse that and realize that the creator of this universe is the image of a man. Has the image of a man. Makes mistakes when trying to explain things like a man. The brain of a man. The flesh of a man. The disgusting sound effects of a man. Especially after eating barbecue with lots of onions in it. Um, Alright. I've officially made a fart joke, so it's time to end the video. I'll ask everybody who sees this to pray for anyone who's hurt by this. Pray for their families, man. And pray for this guy to fess up. Pray for people to confess. Click the little thumbs up button. Y'all take it easy. Don't take it all.